welcome to Selenite Studio and our brand new YouTube channel. We are going to start today with Intro to Pole. So if you've never tried a pole class before, or you've been really wanting to get into pole, this is the perfect video to start with. This video follows our studio's Intro to Pole curriculum right from the beginning. So let's go ahead and get started. Pole dancers need 3 important things for every practice. First and foremost is your water. Please stay hydrated. If you don't, the lactic acid is gonna really build up in those muscles and it's just not gonna feel good. Water first. You also should have a rag or a washcloth or a towel. This is what you're gonna use to wipe down your pole with, as well as some alcohol or diluted white vinegar. Either are fine. I'm gonna spray my towel lightly with the alcohol. I don't want it to be super wet, just a little damp. And then I can go ahead and wipe off and clean my pole. You'll notice that the more you're dancing on the pole, the sweatier your hands might get. This sweat dries, sticks to the pole, and then you might just find that you're not gripping the pole as well. So if you feel that happening, you can just grab your towel from off the floor and give it another quick wipe down. All right, let's get started. First things first is your pole stance. So your pole stance is just the way you stand next to the pole before you begin a move. With our pole stance, we want our inside hand nice and high so that our body is lifted. Our shoulder is pressing down, never up to our ear. Pressing down. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my hips slightly away from the pole, creating this crescent moon shape with my body. I am also on tippy toes if I'm not wearing heels. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and walk. I can drag my toes, do some body tracing, play with my hair, or I can pick up my knees and pick up the pace. To switch directions, we're gonna pick up our outside knee, so the knee furthest away from the pole. Inside leg, outside leg. Inside arm, outside arm. This is reversed on the other side. Pick up my outside knee, turn it in towards the pole, and switch. All right, let's talk about pirouettes. Pirouettes are great connecting moves. They're used across all genres of pole. They look like this. To break down a pirouette, I'm in my pole stance. My outside hand is going to be open next to my thigh. This is so I don't get confused. I'm going to cross my outside foot over my inside foot. Pivot on the balls of my feet. When my hand gets nice and low, I can grab on and open. Again on the other side. Cross, pivot, grab, open. You can also try this from a walk. You can also try this with your knee raise. Pirouettes. There are many different kinds and variations of pirouettes, which we get into in later levels. Okay, let's go over spins. So the first spin that we teach at Selenite is your Fireman Spin. Fireman is a building block spin. A lot comes from this, including how we actually climb the pole. Fireman Spin looks something like this. So to break this down, we are standing in our pole stance. We're gonna kick our arm and leg out in unison, and then they're gonna reach for the pole in unison. Notice the bend in my elbow and my low hand. Outside hand never comes up high for this spin. It stays nice and low. My outside leg is wrapped around the pole, attached at the ankle. From here, I'm gonna push off my inside leg and I do that, my inside leg is gonna come up and place right behind the pole. So I kick, hook, fall, place. And then come up. Let's try it on the other side. Kick, hook, fall, place. And come up. The next thing you'll learn in an intro to pole class is our Pinup Spin. I love this spin. I think it is such a wow move, but it's also very similar to Fireman. It's actually a variation of Fireman. It looks like this. Pinup. So let's break it down. For Pinup, we start the same way as Fireman. We're gonna kick arm and leg in unison. This builds our momentum for a static pole. We're gonna reach for the pole in the same way that we did for our Fireman Spin. This time I'm gonna use my ankle to pull my body closer to the pole so that I can feel the pole on my thigh. From here, I'm gonna fall forward just as I did in my Fireman Spin, but this time, my inside leg, instead of tucking behind the pole, is gonna stick straight out, like this. To get that deep V shape, I'm sinking into my bottom, putting all of my pressure into my booty, or all of my weight is a nicer way to say that. So again, we kick out, hook, pull, fall, kick, and sink. Pinup. Let's try it on the other side. Kick, hook, pull, and kick. Awesome. The final spins that you will learn in an intro to pole class are your princess and your dirty princess. These are very similar to each other. Princess spin looks like this. And dirty princess is here. Let's break down princess first. We are in our pole stance yet again. We are going to take our inside leg this time and hook it right at the knee pit, the back of my knee. From here, my outside hand is going to cross my chest. Again, I have a slight bend in my elbow. I'm going to push my body forward and push off this outside leg. As I do, this outside leg is going to come up to meet my inside leg, creating a sandwich with the pole. So again, I hook, cross, push off, and bring that leg up. For dirty princess spin, everything stays just as it did in our princess, except this outside knee is gonna open and my toes are going to be facing each other, pointing towards each other. So I'm going to hook, cross, push off, open my knees, and point my toes towards each other. Very nice. Let's put all of these moves together into a short little combo. We can start down, pull it up, and let's start with our walk. Switch direction, and walk again. Switch directions into your pirouette. From my pirouette, I'm going to walk into Fireman. Switch directions and walk into Pinup. And from here, I can pick my princess or dirty princess spin to finish it off. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please, please, please feel free to subscribe. It means so much to us. helps get videos like this out to more people and just helps make pole dance more accessible to more.